So yes, you can drink out of our popcorn cups. You can eat out of our popcorn cups. You can sit back and listen to great songwriters sing while you're popping popcorn. Yes, we're creating a whole industry to feed and clothe every child on the planet. It's all here now. And look, we have Jennifer Mack is in the house. Welcome, Jen.
Good morning, Johnny. Good morning, Jody. Good to see you both.
Good morning. Good morning. Now we are, this is, Jody, you don't know this. I know Jennifer longer than anyone else on the show today. Over 20 years. Over 20 years.
How did you guys meet?
Oh, how did Johnny and I meet? Johnny threw some amazing reggae parties in Naples, Florida, and people would come together, and it was always a wonderful Sunday night, and it was diverse and just vibey and really magical. And Johnny was the person who brought it all together, and it was one of my favorite events in the whole town. So that's where we started.
It was a vision. It was a vision. I had a vision, and it started with 5, 6 people, 7 people, 8 people. No one believed it. No one believed in Naples, Florida. That was very white cultured community, a reggae Latin carnival party. But I had a vision, and it got to 1,000 people, and every week, and we could only hold 1,000, so it stopped there. And Jen came, and I have a gift of enrolling magic into my world. And Jennifer Mack is magic. And I remember when you came to one of my first Vision Miami with Stefan Andreev, whose sons are going to be singing later on in about a half an hour on the show. And you were so supportive of my vision to create this new type of networking group around the theme of visions. And you shared this vision to be a songwriter and a singer and what you've done. And do you remember the night after Vision Miami, real late, you showed me your poetry that you then made into songs? Remember I remember it was a blue notebook, one of those note ring binders. All your poetry was in there. Do you remember that?
Well, I'm kind of always doing that, so
yeah.
I don't remember that specifically.
I remember
but I do remember that very early on, you invited me to Vision Miami, and where I met you, met Jody, met beautiful people, and you really encouraged me to play music and just do it, no matter who or what obstacle would arise, to just keep on trucking. You really gave me that blessing, and I needed that from somebody I respected, and I respected you. And I really have always kept that in my heart, that sometimes just giving somebody a small nod, you might not even realize that you've just given someone permission or the key to unlock, their passions, their talents. Maybe they can create income from it. Maybe they get mental health from it, but just to have permission, it's amazing. You don't realize that for one reason or another, maybe your mother, your father, not your, but one's mother, one's father might not be okay with giving an artist a blessing, because they think, oh God, I don't want my child to starve their whole life. So they might not ever be willing to give an artist or musician blessing. And that was the case in my life. Even though my mom is musical, there was never a, hey, good, go for it. Just not a lot of support with that particular arena. So I appreciated you doing that and giving that. So thank you, Johnny. That meant so much. And then you had me come and do a small show in Miami. I can't remember. We were at mile marker 0. What was the venue on the beach?
That was Nikki Beach.
Nikki Beach.
That was Nikki Beach. Yeah. See, she's from Colorado, Miami. She doesn't know what Nikki Beach is. Nikki Beach is Nikki Beach, right, Jody? We did it on Nikki Beach. It wasn't some little place there. Everybody, Nikki Beach, we rented it. We did it. And yes, you sang. Yes, it was. She's turning red. It was an incredible night. This journey and what you spoke just now. who on the line in some city around the world is listening, we're nodding them. We're giving them this nod, Jennifer. We're giving them this nod. And you're vulnerable. You're sharing, you're singing globally and sharing your music with the world. It's what you've been doing, for a long time now. Um, before you sing, where did you know that I need to sing my songs. I need to sing my songs. There are people out there that need to sing their song, whether it's to write, to paint, to start a company, to get into a healthy, good relationship, to start an entrepreneurial venture, to sing their song that is inside of them. Where did this you needed to sing your songs?
I think a few times it became very apparent, but I think when you listen to the things that you really love, the things that bring you great joy. My grandmother gave me a little cassette recorder with the little cassettes at age 7, and I still have the cassette singing McDonald's commercials, the little, just little ditties,
Ah.
little things from the TV. And so I realized it started way back then, and then loving music in school and learning guitar age 19, and then doing open mics, and just kind of a little progression, but really listening to what brought me joy. And I think that this real signpost was anytime I was really, really down. Uh, I realized the thing that really lifted me and got me through it was music, whether it's music I was playing or music somebody else was playing. But I tried to be aware of that when I was journaling, that music really could lift me and take me out of a place I didn't want to be in addition to, keep your moods in a good place. It just, all the time, we always enjoy music, but um, like therapeutically, just realizing that, wow, this is what has been there for me in high and low tides, in good and bad times, in lonely times, in times of love, rich and poor, that the music always was there for me. So I realized that was really a powerful tool, something I couldn't ignore, something you can't ignore, like a big
Mm,
flashing neon light that you see
something you
every
can't
day in your
ignore.
life. And you think, wow, if I ignore this, then I'm potentially ignoring the reason I was born, the
Wow.
reason you might have been. I believe we all have very, very special gifts, but we might not always be aligned with those gifts unless somehow our paths bring us into that, or we have the support, or somebody like you in the vision group gives you the nod. So I'm super grateful, and I realize that was my blessing, music, and that regardless of the quality of that, because music and art is always subjectively received by an audience, that as an artist, it's your job to just keep doing it, regardless of the commercial value, regardless of whether or not people are patting you on the back saying, I love it, or whether or not people are hiring you for gigs. That even if you're just playing for your dog or your cat or your kids or your plants, or just out on a sunny day, out on your front porch or back porch, that's the good stuff. That's why we're alive. So that would be the answer, I guess. A long one. Sorry about that.
It's not long, Jody.
Beautiful. Yeah, I want to acknowledge you for listening, because that's a beautiful gift of self-care. You're giving that to yourself. You're caring for yourself. You're showing love for yourself. But in the process, you're showing love to everyone else too, because it's this outward expression, and we all get to experience it and be inspired by it and by your story. So thank you.
Thank you, Jody.
What is the song you're going to sing for us today?
The song is called The Canyon. And chose this song because it reminds me to stay connected to people and places and to greater forces, even when you don't have them sitting next to you. And I wrote it after a week-long camping trip on the Colorado River with some really good friends. So I'll sing that for you. Here's The Canyon.
The Canyon.
I can see you in the mountains. I can hear you in the breeze. I can smell you in the flowers. I can feel you in the trees. You echo through canyons in my mind. You follow me, mountains I climb. Your river runs through my blood like wine. You're with me all of the time. Go, we can go. Do what we can do. Take you to my places and see them new through you. Take you to my places, see them new through you. It's an abbreviated version of the song.
Wow. Well, you could have played the full. That was incredible. You know,
Thank you so much.
we're unleashing canyons in our mind, the canyons in our mind. We're on a journey. We're on a journey. And I just got message from our director that the cosmic twins are in the green room, and I'm getting chills, because you knew their father. You and I and their father, Stefan Andreev, he I was he was at the Vision Miami that you were at, and there's a photo. We have a photo of you and Stefan and me, the Jodi's in the picture, the cosmic twins father standing with us. And in Naples is where you and I met, where I met him. And so there's a goodness happening today. There's a magic happening today. And he always encouraged all my visions. And to hear that beautiful song and who you are, and your earring, and just the magic of what is happening, you give, excuse me, give my best to your angel, and tell her that during when you guys see the footage of the Global Vision Conference, that little angel, as I was giving direction and doing everything, she was following me, making sure I had a popcorn cup. Everybody, she was following me and making sure that I was okay. She came up on stage with me and sat with me while we introduced you. You tell her Johnny was asking about her today, okay?
I will. I definitely will. And on Stefan, I was always so I admired his courage as an artist, because he was an unapologetic artist. He owned it, and he did his art, and he was proud of his art. He didn't second guess his art. He did it. And I can see that his sons are walking in that same ray of light, and it's beautiful. And it is exciting that that gift of being an artist is passed down to the sons, and that they're carrying that torch, and that they're so good at what they're doing. They have such a good vibration and so much love in what they're doing. And I wish them so much success with it. And I can already tell they have that, and it'll just continue to grow. And their dad was phenomenal, and very glad I got to be in his respected and esteemed circle of friends.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jennifer. Ray of light. We're all these rays of light today. We're all these rays of light shining our beacons, these beacons that are coming out of our heart, right? We're shining globally, beacons of light, rays of light all day long. Thank you for being a part of my life all these years. Thank you for singing your songs. Keep singing them. And thank you for giving the introduction to my brother, Stefan Andreev. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Jody. So good to see you both. Much love.